I'm just like messaging help, and we talked for like 8 hours, like literally just 8 hours of me texting help. And I told her, I was like, I'm fine, I'm good now, thank you. And just a few hours later, I'm heading to work, and I made peace. I'm like, all right, you know, I'm good. I don't have to be here anymore. I'm I'm gonna do this thing. And so I'm driving, and I figured, you know what? Why even go to work? There's no point. I don't want to see people. I want to just end this thing. And whew, man, I have to tell people this. Uh, and to So I'm driving, and my phone rings, and it's my roommate. And my roommate, he's dope AF, like straight up. He's the coolest roommate I've ever had in my life. And Alan, if you're watching this, I appreciate you, man. Like, you don't even know. I really do. And Alan calls me. He says, "Hey, I got a letter from the DA." And I already knew what it was. I was like, man, I'm driving. I'm going to put the phone on speaker, shifting through gears, And I'm sitting here like, man, F my life. I was like, who cares? This is it. And I'm like, read it. And he's like, from the office, and like, to Keith Jenkins Jr. He's like, your charges listed, and you know and he said he says, it says here, and he reads each individual charge and all the individuals involved. And he says each finding has been unsustained. And I don't know what that I didn't know what that word meant at that time, but I was just like, I'm not going to say the words that I said, but I was done. I start speeding. I put my foot on that gas, and I'm going through third gear on what's that street? Classen. And my goal was just kind of, if y'all want to know, my goal was to fly down. I think it's the Classen that goes into Lindsay, and then I was gonna drive straight into the U-Haul building, which I know that's crazy, but. And so I'm like flying down the street, and then he goes, wait, let me see what this word means. And so he Googles it, and he's like, oh, it means that you're not guilty or whatever. And I was like, what? And I'm flying, man. I'm like, bah, bah, like I'm in fourth. I'm in freaking fourth gear at this point. And I'm like, what? And I'm like crying, and I like can't breathe because my anxiety's all up, and I'm like shaking, and I just, man, if I can't even describe to you the amount of emotions that's going, because I literally thought that, I'm like, man, they got me on footage, like, not doing anything that they said that I did, and yet they're still trying to. I was just like, man, screw this, man. And he's like, no, Keith, and he keeps reading, and he reads and reads and reads, and like all the charges have been dismissed, and oh, listen, I don't know if there's ever a time that it's okay to curse and thank God at the same time, but that's basically what was going on. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, woo, oh hell, like I can't even, like, I know that that's wrong in so many different levels, but like, you guys don't even understand. You don't even understand, yo. I got that text message. I mean, I was talking to him, and I got on my text message, and I text my dad, call me. I text my mom. I text my uncle. When I say I know God's real, and the reason why I chose him is because I done seen it, yo. Straight up, I done seen it. I know this video is like 40 minutes long, but this is just that one video. Like, if you don't watch any other video, you need to watch this. Like, I'm telling you, when I say I know God's real, I know God is real. And y'all, there's just so many other stories, man. I got goosebumps on everything right now. I got goosebumps. And just telling y'all this story, like, I eventually will go more in depth of this whole thing, but, you know, just giving y'all a recent story of why, you know, I chose Jesus. I chose Jesus because I know he's real, yo. I'm serious. I'm so serious. You can't tell me God's not real. Like, you can't show me anything. You can't bring up no science. Even Stephen Hawking, rest in peace, ended up saying that God was real before he died. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the Illuminati killed him just because they were like, man, you was on our side and then he's going to switch over. Like, straight up, God is real. You can't tell me he's not. You know, this is, even though this video is like 40 minutes long, I want you to know something. Like, this is a brief testimony to how I know God's real. Brief. You want me to talk about, I can talk about God all day. Just like I said, I got confidence. I got straight up confidence in this man. He knows what he's doing. Right now, I'm about to move, and the next 6 months are going to be difficult. I got tournaments coming up. I got an EP that's going to drop, and then eventually working towards a bigger thing that's supposed to happen hopefully around October time when it comes to my music. And so when I say I know he's real, I know he's real. And when I say God's got my back, he's got my back. A lot of my songs you'll hear me talk about, like, I don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't mess with me and stuff like that. Like, seriously, that's just the thing that I have seen. Like, anytime someone has done me wrong, their life just, like, God just takes care of them. People say karma. I mean, karma may be real or whatever, but I know God, and God trumps karma, and what God can do to you is way, or what God can allow happen to you is way worse than whatever karma could ever do. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you ever need to talk about God or anything, I'm the person to go to. You know what I'm saying? I'll be that person. I'll chop it up. If you got questions, you know, if you're going through something right now, you just need somebody to pray for you, go ahead and hit me up, hit my line. You know, kjuniormedia@yahoo.com. You know, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on Instagram at BlackieChan MMA, Twitter, hit me up, at me. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, that's just, you know, I wish I could say more just on that case thing, but can't. But in the meantime, just know that, you know, since then, in the last couple weeks, God's been opening my eyes, and he's been letting me take a deep breath. And shoot, can't complain, man. Honestly, cannot complain. He's really that good. I also want to take this second to do just like a little view of this. You know, if you follow my Snap, you would have seen the other day. You know, when I talk about God, man, look at how beautiful this is. You know, when I say Satan was beating me up, I spent months, okay, like 6 months inside. If you follow my Snapchat, you know I'm not lying. You know, I didn't go anywhere. You know, I basically just spent my whole time inside my house. I missed out on this, and now my lease is about to be up, and I got like a month left to enjoy this. So that's why I've pulled my I haven't pulled my information off the internet, but I at least deleted the apps, because for right now I'm just gonna take a break and just enjoy all this. Yeah, tomorrow I'll start vlogging for the release of my EP. And if you've watched this far in the video, you're a real one. And if you skipped ahead and you're to this part, go watch the last like 15 minutes of this video if you don't want to watch the whole thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. If you don't believe in God, you know, I'm sorry. I really am. You know, I'm not going to force it on you. I'm not a Bible thumper. Any of my friends will tell you that. You know, I respect with whatever belief system you have, whether it's Catholicism, you know, Christianity, Buddha, Allah, like whatever. whatever you believe in. But just know, man, you know, my God is great. Seriously. Like, he's real. You know what I mean? I'm gonna post a link to what's that movie called? God's Not Dead. And God's Not Dead 2. I really feel like y'all need to watch that. If you don't believe in God, like, just watch it. You know, just watch it with an open mind. You know what I mean? When I was 16, I had an open mind, and I really tried to believe in the whole Mormon thing, where you could have three heavens, and you know. But then why would God have a three-tier heaven? Like, God, I don't see God being no social club, freaking walking around like, well, this is the third heaven, and you guys made it to the first heaven, and oh my gosh, you guys are second heavenders? What? Like, nah, man. Like, there's just like a real guy. I don't really need to talk about all that right now. If you ever want to know how I feel about certain stuff, just hit me up. I'll tell you straight. But yeah, man, I know God's real. That's why I believe. That's why I chose God. I know this video is long, but I appreciate y'all watching. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's been Blackie Chan MMA. You know, this is a tough subject for some people to hear, because not a lot of people are in love with God anymore. I know a lot of bad things have happened, and a lot of people falling off the quote-unquote bandwagon. But it's like, that's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm doing with my music. I'm here to spark that fire back in people's hearts that, you know, from when they were kids. You know, you remember going to church with grandma and grandpa and mom and dad on Saturday or Sunday or Wednesday, whatever day you went. You know what I mean? That's why I'm here. I'm just here to spark a fire. I'm just here to inspire. You know, I'm gonna leave a link to Last Chance in the bottom here too, so y'all can hear that song, especially you youth. You know, if I only had one chance to talk to y'all, that'd be the song that or that'd be what I'd say. You know, just wake up. It's time to be woke. It really is, because, you know what I mean? What happens if you die? What happens when you die? You ever thought about that? You ever thought about that? Like, let's just say you do come back to life, and there is a judgment. Like, which line you want to be in? I have a bunch of friends, unfortunately, who they say they don't care. If they burn, they burn. Like, and unfortunately, that is some people's mindsets. You know, just don't care. You know, and I'll get on that topic later. But care. Think about it. Think about it. This is your life. Your life. Sometimes you get a second chance at life, but once your life is gone, that's it. And the only way to have you know, be able to come back is, you know, be playing for the right team. So yeah, been Blackie Chan MMA. Follow me on all social media. As of right now, like I said, I'm not going to be active for the next month or so, but I have left the last video that you guys can go watch. Make sure you comment on there and all that stuff. Yeah, just look at this, man. It's beautiful. That's how I know. This is right here. Just how I know God's real. Look at the sky. Look at my face. Angelic. No, I'm kidding. It's just the light beaming off me because I got like oil or something. You guys have a great day, all right? Deuces.